Welcome back everyone to Mudstomp Solves, the channel where we do cardboard puzzles, 3D puzzles, block builds, and any manner of other things that involve putting one and one together with or without instructions, including things like pen and paper puzzles. Today we're doing another cardboard puzzle. So this is my first Heye puzzle. If you haven't seen Heye before, neither have I. I've seen a couple of boxes of these. I've seen some people do them online. What stands out to me about Heye is this cartoonish style drawings, paintings that they have for most of their puzzles. It's a very nice landscape picture usually on a lot of them, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. So this is labelled up here, Mordillo Land of Dreams. So I'm assuming the puzzle's called Land of Dreams. I don't know if Mordillo is the artist or if it's part of a company name. I tried to find an artist name on the box. Excuse the noise of me rolling the box around. And I couldn't really find anything else. So it does say Mordillo in little down here, copyright. What's that? 2001, Ollie Verlag. That's probably it, actually. There you go. I must have looked hard enough. I don't think I got caught up on the Mordillo and didn't look. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to trying this out just to see what Heye is like. Sorry, I keep turning the box. Hopefully not too loud. Pieces are loose. I'll just get a few out to show them off. I haven't had a good look in here yet. I've just basically opened it up so it's ready. And there's a little poster here of the puzzle. The puzzle size, I haven't looked for that yet either. Really fallen behind today on that regard. But anyway, let's see. What does it say it on the bottom? 18 and 7/8 inches by 26 3/4 inches. So for anyone who's not American, it's 48 by 68 centimeters. So that is going to be slightly bigger than a regular puzzle board with that 68 centimeters. So yeah, quite a tall puzzle, but that's okay. I've got the bigger boards I can put them on. I'm just having a look at the pieces. So it looks to be sort of your regular sort of shaped pieces. Two pieces joined together. Very toughly joined together, not cut at all. Oh well, that's all right. I don't mind that. They're a bit thinner than Ravensburger. They do feel quite soft in the rounded edges and stuff, so that seems nice. I like this kind of style in the sense of you've got kind of rough shapes of the H shapes and so forth, so the lines are all squiggly and whatnot. So it gives you a semi-irregular cut feel, and you get like these sharp corners and stuff in some parts. And I like the button parts of the things, the nice rounded buttons. That being said, they do seem to be all pretty much this. No, there are slight differences in the button shapes. Okay, so that could be interesting to see how that goes if it helps. But to be perfectly frank, I think most of this is going to be looking at the pictures and going, okay, where have I seen this on the poster? So for instance, this is the plane here. So boom, that's where that one would go, and pretty easy to go. I am going to do a brief sort on this. I'm probably not going to be too hefty on it, but I think I'm looking at the picture and I think I'm going to do things like the pinks and the houses in one thing, pinks in one, houses in one sort of thing, maybe animals in another, this roller coaster and the balloons separated out, maybe the castle, easy enough. The orange sections, it's probably going to come down to textures. So I might do sort of open textures with trees and that, the mountains and then the farmland separately. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just have a go at it and see how I go. So that being said, let's get into having a look at it. I'm going to get it sorted and then start doing some of it, and then I'll come back and talk some more, probably talk about how I feel about the puzzle at that point. But like I said, this is my first Heye puzzle. I have a 2,000 piece Heye that's waiting around. They're both op shop buys. This one seems to have all the pieces by what's labelled on the box. The other one is I can't think of what it's called, but it's the chef one. It's the one with lots of chefs, very white and black lines. So that one's going to be a lot harder, I think, if I do that one. But if I like this, I might give that one a go. It'll probably come down to how well this all connects together. If the pieces don't connect real well, I'm probably going to steer clear of that 2,000 piece for a while. But anyway, so yeah, let me get it sorted and let's see where we end up. All right, well, folks, there we have it so far. A little bit of an update here. Honestly speaking, I've actually been enjoying this puzzle quite a bit. What else do I say? Wow. It's the kind of thing I was a little bit daunted once I'd sorted all the pieces out. These blue bits sort of all seemed initially like they would all blend in together. The dark greens, same thing. It was just a really disconcerting thing looking at the mixed piles and going, how am I going to match these? And so yeah, I did the edge, and then I think I did the sky after that, or the balloons. I think I did the pink actually. I did the pink second, which was all right. Got a few pieces together. Did the Ferris wheel. Um, Went to move to the sky because I thought the mountains might be easy. It was a little bit rough, but overall, I got to say, I was actually pretty happy with it. Excuse the shadow there. I've got a bit of weird lighting going tonight. Yeah, got basically all that sky done and all that pile into the one thing. So that was really cool. And then I think there was a whites pile that was kind of this section here. That was nice too. The greens, a little bit harder. But yeah, as I sort of started picking bits to focus on, I could find other bits to fit it and fill them out and whatnot. So yeah, overall, like this puzzle's actually going quite well, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. I think if this was a 2,000 piece puzzle, I'd be having a lot of fun with it. Maybe if the image was a bit more as such, not like as in enlarging this image, but more image. Yeah, the 2,000 piece Heye with all the chefs is very black and white, so I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that one as much, but I might try it sooner rather than later, given this one so far. But yeah, so I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 500 pieces to go, if that, I'd say. So yeah, I'm just going to get into it, to be honest, because I'm eager to get it done and see what it ends up looking like. But it's looking nice, and as per usual, I'm enjoying the mini pictures and being able to match everything where it goes and whatnot. So yeah, there's only been a few pieces, these ones so far, that I haven't been able to quite match, but that'll come. I'm sure I'll figure out exactly where they go soon enough. So yeah, all right, let me get into it, and we'll catch you on the other side of it. Well, there you have it, folks. Another 1,000 piece puzzle done, finished, and complete. I might add two, so that was a lovely part to it. And it was another op shop buy, and no missing pieces. So I always love it when they don't miss the pieces. I will say, I was thinking about the other day and talking to someone about this. This idea that like when you miss that one piece, it is disappointing. You know, the image is missing a hole in there and so forth. You know, but I will say, like, even if you're missing one piece, you still did 999 other pieces, if you know what I mean. Obviously, it's not quite that because every puzzle is slightly off of whatever they're labeled as. But either way, again, it's complete. I really enjoyed this. I will say the quality, I would say, is comparable to Ravensburger in a lot of ways. It's different sort of quality, but it's, yeah, as a Heye puzzle. So like I said, this is my first Heye puzzle. The pieces, it's very gridded as far as the puzzle goes. You can see the grid quite readily. But the pieces are slightly varied in their sort of angles and stuff. So they're all basically variations of the 8 shape and slightly other pieces that are similar to it with the 3 ins, 3 outs and so on, but slightly angled and so forth. So you do get sort of a little bit of shape applicability there when you're solving the puzzle. I didn't ever at any point use the tabs in any way to sort of figure out shaping. It was definitely the picture the whole way, which obviously, you know, that's one thing I've talked about before. I like that. I like being able to go, where does this piece go? It matches that area there, boom. A lot of the comic style is why I love that, you know, so it's a one variation to a lot of the puzzles I love. That being said, things like the rainbow at the top here, the colors in the mountains, the couple of the different fields and so forth, it wasn't so much that I was necessarily looking specifically at the puzzle, at the poster, I should say, figuring out where they were going, but that I knew they were roughly in that area, and then I would sort of gradually piece them together here and there. So that was nice. Got to recognizing a lot of textures by the end of it, and just boom, 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 everything went in. So yeah, it was really lovely. I would say that on the whole of it, I've got the 2,000 piece chef's kitchen or whatever it's called, where there's like 20 chefs or whatever. That's more black and white, so I don't know how I'm going to go with that one, but I am interested in trying it soonish. I have a lot of other projects lined up, so it's not going to be terribly soon. But yeah, I think I'm happy to have a go at it and see how it goes. And if I see more Heye puzzles, I will definitely be picking them up, I think, because it was enjoyable. It was lovely. The pieces aren't super connected, like they're a little bit loose. I would say, I think, yep, that demonstrates that, you know, it's a good enough level of hold and all that. You can pick it up, but it is a little bit looser than a Ravensburger, I would say, just a slight bit. And other than that, like, yeah, the pieces are reasonably thick. They're quite crisp for the most part, particularly for a second-hand puzzle. That's always nice, and so on. So yeah, I would highly recommend Heye. Give it a go if you haven't before. Other than that, I haven't got much to say. I really enjoyed the puzzle. This was to be a quick solve during the week so that I could get ahead on some other videos that are bigger coming up. I didn't get as ahead as I hoped, but it was enough. So I think I've got the wooden build coming up next week. I'm probably going to do another 1,000 piece puzzle the week after. I don't have it with me at the moment, but it's one that I picked up from an op shop a little while ago that one of you viewers dropped at the op shop local to me. So there were 2, I believe, that I got in that day and that you dropped off. And I'm still in debate which one I'm going to do, but I'm going to eventually do both of them, possibly in the next few weeks. I'm hoping it's not as hard as you seemed, well, you indicated to me at some point, I believe, unless my memory's false. But either way, I'm going to have a go at that probably for 2 weeks video or something. And then the big sort of things I've got planned at the moment should be coming to fruition. So I'll be spotting them in between smaller puzzles for a little bit, then doing a couple of big puzzles, and yeah, more to come, obviously. So anyway, as per usual, if you've been enjoying everything and you're still tagging along, thank you very much for watching and all the support. I'm really looking forward to making this a big year, assuming, you know, nothing gets in the way, but we'll see what happens. But I'm really hoping this is going to be a really nice continuation from last year and that we get a lot done. So yeah, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe if you want to support me and keep me going. If you are commenting, have you done Heye? How did you find it? Which ones have you done? Be interested to know. And otherwise, I will catch you in next week's video. All right, that's about. Bye.